Hey mamas, it's Thursday. So today I'm going to talk about my book collection, which is plentiful. This bookshelf has all my favorite books. So I have the Harry Potter books over here, then my John Green books, then my Maureen Johnson books, Sarah Dessen, a few different kinds of books, David Levithan, and then The French Kiss, which I recently read, Scott Westerfeld, some psychology books, and poetry books, like this one. So those are on this bookshelf, which is my favorite bookshelf section. Like I said before, repetitive, woo! I have a pile over there of books that are they're dictionaries and books I have yet to return to my elementary school library, which I graduated from like 3 years ago. And then I have one over there on that wall, which I'm too lazy to go and show you guys. And that has books I have yet to read, fairy tales, and just big long series like my comic books and Chicken Soup, stuff like that, and big books. Presently I'm reading Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It's really good so far. I'm on page 194. It's a really, really good book. I love it so much. It has a bunch of different stories which are all very interesting and they tie together, and it's mainly centralized around this one boy who's half fairy. You learn that in the beginning of the book. I'm not spoiling anything unless like you're way into no spoilers. But yeah, really good book. I love Neil Gaiman. Not in a creepy way because he's really older than me. But. And like you probably noticed, no, I do not have 2 copies of The Fault in Our Stars. I have 3. One's out on loan. I have a signed copy, Hinklerfish, and then this is my pre-ordered one, and it's derpy, see, and it's not signed, but I decided to keep it and I highlight things in it, so I highlight my favorite quotes. The reason I like to read is I like seeing the deeper meaning behind the text, and I like just getting lost in the story. So that's why I really like John Green, because he puts so much deeper meaning behind the text that he writes, and it's still a really enjoyable story. It's not like some of those classics where it's metaphor after metaphor after metaphor. And yeah, it's just really easy to read, but it's really good if you read behind the text, which I love to do. I also love poetry. So The Realms of Possibility by David Levithan. I love it. It's a bunch of little short poems, and they all kind of link together somehow. And it's just a really good book. Obviously, I love the Harry Potter series. I'm not going to talk about that much because it's really well known. I recently read The Great Gatsby. I think I read it just before this book. No, I read this, Lord of the Flies, which was alright, and then the book I'm reading right now. So this book was pretty good. Like, it's probably one of my favorite classics. And yeah, I just really like how the story flows, and I love the last line. I'm not going to read it to you, but Google the last line. Yeah. It doesn't spoil anything, but some people might be like, no, you ruined everything for me. So, I'm not going to do that. I also really love Maureen Johnson books. I think my favorite so far that I've read is this one. It's her most recent one, and it's so good. The Name of the Star. It's really hard to find her books in Chapters, the bookstore in Canada. And I can never find her books, and I don't like ordering off Amazon, so I'm just waiting to find more of them, and then I can read her entire collection. I think I'm missing 3, which is really good author, and her tweets are hilarious. And she's tweeted me a few times that fangirls. Back to John Green. I have 3 copies of Looking for Alaska. 2 are in French. This is one of the French covers. It's my favorite cover ever. I don't know if that's going to be the focus, but it's my favorite cover ever because I like the labyrinth thing. And then it says Première amie, première fille, dernière parole. That's not exactly how I pronounce it because I can't roll my R's. And so that means first friend, first girl, last words. I just really like that. I think it's really pretty. So, yeah. And then I have this cover. I want to get the smoke cover of it. And I have this cover in French. It was the first French version I got. But then I got the other one in Switzerland. So, okay. Yeah, that was a random rant about books. Not really a rant, just me babbling on. So hopefully I can edit this down so people actually want to watch it. I always put my hair like this because, yeah, like otherwise it looks like I have no hair in videos. So